Hello, how are you today? It is Sue here from The Spiritual Alchemist. Let's get some cards and have a bit of a reading, hey? I hope you've been well. I thank you for being here, and don't forget to subscribe, and you won't miss anything that way. Oops, there's one. Five of Cups. Okay, so quite a heavy card coming out straight away. Let's see what else we've got. Queen of Cups and the Devil. So people are, it's a time for processing emotional baggage. It's time for trusting your intuition. There is quite a deep sort of set healing that's happening at the moment. People are being shifted. If you've got that spiritual ability, or you've got something beautiful within you, I have very much noticed that Spirit is shifting people. They're moving people. They're getting them. They're waking them up. They're trying to get them happening. And Lovers. So making choices and decisions. It's also Gemini's card there. So and we've got Capricorn's card in the Devil, and the High Priestess would sit with Pisces. So a bit of a selection out as well. Strength, so with Leo's card. So there's a sort of a nice mix of all kinds of elements. So it's not just targeting sort of one area, but I know that there's this deep processing of your emotional body. There's some deep healing going on within your trauma, within your life experiences, anything that has left a little bit of a scar within your heart and soul. It is now the time for it to come up and to be seen, and for you to stop pushing it down. No more pushing down. There's no need for pushing down. And it just feels like it's a really beautiful time, but also a very hard time. Real clarity around where you're at and what's been holding you back, and where you felt powerless. Things are being revealed to you, which is, it is a beautiful, beautiful thing. But very much, making choices, what is right for me rather than what is right for everybody else. And, sorry, my nose is itchy. That is a really, really hard, it is hard to do because, as humans, we are conditioned to look out for everybody else and then put us last, especially as women. Even men, men have got to show up and they're conformed to having to provide for the family. So there's all these old structures that are really trying to kind of break down and shift at the moment. Some of them would be feeling quite catastrophic in their change, and some would be feeling quite gentle within their change. Intuitively, I feel like you've felt it coming. You can only push something down for so long, and eventually it does pop up. It is the beginning of a beautiful new chapter for you, but you have to go through this shedding. So think of it like, the caterpillar coming out of the goo. You've been in the goo for long enough, to change, they have to go into that space, they have to go into the goo. They have to transform in the collapse of everything they know, like it's just the dissolve of everything. And from that goo becomes this beautiful butterfly that flies away. And this is you, really take that representation on in the fact that you have been in the goo for some time, and it's okay to be in the goo. But right this minute, you're actually coming up, and you're coming up for air. You're coming up with your wings out. You're coming up ready to kind of take on this new chapter that's been presented. And that really excites me because, it's a leaving behind of everything that you've had in the past and allowing it to come out. Four of Swords, so meditation, just really going quiet, going within. I'm surprised the Hermit's not out, to be honest. It feels like it's a slowing down where we're fast-paced, go, go, go. This, to me, feels like it's a slowing down, and it's just the beginning of another chapter. Sorry, I've got my cup of coffee here because I'm in between clients, and I haven't had one since this morning, so I am just going to do me. Have a coffee with me. It's just, yeah, there's a lot of change. You've gone through a lot. It's a lot. And everybody is really, really tired. I also feel if you suffer from allergies or not anaphylaxis sort of allergies, but just irritable bowel, I know that's not a good one to start with, but I'm sorry. Any kind of dietary sort of allergies where you might eat dairy when it upsets you, you might eat gluten, it upsets you. It could be just intolerances rather than allergies, put it that way. Intolerances to medications, intolerances to all kinds of things. It just feels like it's all up in the air. I've got a pile of cards down there. This is very distracting reading. Give me a second. Sorry, my love. I'm red tongue now. This is way too much to come out and talk with. Sitting on top is the head and the heart. So we'll leave that one there for another day, I think. It's all the intolerances, all the little reactions, the rashes, the allergies, you could get bitten by a mozzie and it just flares up. It feels like everybody's a little bit sensitive and everybody's a little inflamed. And I just want you to, stick to your routine, stick to your plan, just stick to everything that is normal and try not to step outside the box too much, because if you can take sort of an anti-inflammatory or more probiotics or prebiotics, or just really nurture and take care of your gut health, be mindful of what's going in your mouth, because we have got a really strong allergy card sitting in here, and it's just showing that you've got choices and you're not making the right choices. So back in line, back in again, stop playing outside your little circle and pull it all back into play again, because if you keep going the way you're going, you're going to have a lot worse reaction. It's going to get bigger, it's going to get worse, and you've worked too hard to let all that go. You know what to do. Stop it. I suffer from allergies, and it's easy to just go, I'll just have this little bit, that won't affect me, but it does, So be very, very mindful of what you're doing. Really trust your intuition. Your intuition is strong. It's going through a real change, a real growth in you. It's not testing you. It is just kind of, I just feel like it's giving you information and you're choosing to ignore it. I really want you to have a heads up about things. I want you to be aware of your intuition. I want you to listen to it and stop getting busy and letting it chitter-chat over here and not taking notice. You get something, feel it with your heart. Thank you for that. I appreciate it, and move on it rather than out there. It feels like it goes in one ear and out the other, and it's got to change, because your intuition is bang on and you really, really need to trust it. I don't know if anyone's ever told you your intuition is bang on, but it really is. And I really, really need you to hook into it, because you've got valuable guidance, valuable just insight into where you're at and where you're going, but just we're a bit in the head. Know what you can kind of nurture and caress and bring up, and know what you just have to let go of and just let pass through. That's your asset. That's your nourishing, you're nurturing this week. Try and, know what I need to feed and bring in, and know what I need to let go and let out. And by the end of the week, you'll be sitting as a different person. It's actually kind of magical. Just be really proud of yourself, because you're doing some big work at the moment, and people don't see that on surface level. They just don't see it. And you can be doing a lot of big work, and it can be really hard, and people just see this. So be kind to yourself, and don't listen to other people if there's something that doesn't resonate with you. Just be gentle, okay? I'm going to leave you there. I think I feel like you've got a lot to work on. So, intuition first, you first. Be kind, be gentle. Just look after yourself, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Okay? Bye for now.